Did you know that over 60% of car breakdowns could have been avoided with proper maintenance? That's right. What you don't do to your car can cost you thousands of dollars or even destroy your engine completely. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, we're exposing 10 common mistakes car owners make that could silently be wrecking your vehicle. Stick around, because just avoiding mistake number 2 alone could save you from a $2,000 repair bill. Let's get into it. Number 1. Skipping brake fluid replacement. A lot of car owners underestimate the importance of brake fluid, thinking it's just one of those fluids that never needs changing. Big mistake. Brake fluid is hygroscopic, meaning it absorbs moisture over time, even if you don't notice any leaks. What happens when moisture builds up? It lowers the fluid's boiling point, and that's when things get dangerous. Imagine hitting the brakes during a long drive or in an emergency, and instead of stopping smoothly, you experience brake fade, where the pedal feels mushy and your car takes longer to stop. That's not a situation you want to find yourself in. Moisture in the fluid can also cause corrosion inside the braking system, damaging expensive components like brake calipers and master cylinders. So don't just look at the color of the fluid and assume it's fine. Even if it looks clean, change it every 2 to 3 years, or follow your car's manual to stay safe and avoid costly repairs. Trust me, a small investment in brake fluid maintenance can save you from a big financial headache, and maybe even save your life. Number 2. Overfilling engine oil. Overfilling engine oil can quietly destroy your car's engine without you realizing. When there's too much oil in the system, it can't flow properly and instead gets whipped into a frothy foam by the moving engine parts, like the crankshaft and pistons. This foamy mess is full of air bubbles, which significantly reduce the oil's ability to lubricate the engine. Without proper lubrication, the friction between metal parts increases, causing them to overheat and wear out faster. Excess oil can also create too much internal pressure, leading to blown gaskets and seals, oil leaks, or even damage to the catalytic converter, which is an expensive fix. And if that wasn't bad enough, the oil pump might struggle to circulate the foamy oil, starving critical engine components of the lubrication they need. To avoid this disaster, always check the oil level using the dipstick after topping up and ensure it's within the manufacturer's recommended range. When it comes to engine oil, more isn't better. Sticking to the right amount will keep your engine healthy and save you a lot of money in the long run. Number 3. Ignoring dirty cabin air filters. The cabin air filter might not seem like a big deal, but ignoring it can lead to more problems than you'd expect. Over time, the filter traps dirt, dust, pollen, and debris, eventually becoming clogged and restricting airflow into the cabin. When this happens, you'll notice poor AC performance, weak airflow, and longer defrosting times in winter. But it doesn't stop there. If the filter is too dirty, it can create extra strain on the blower motor, potentially leading to expensive repairs. Moreover, a clogged filter can cause unpleasant odors and higher exposure to allergens, especially if you or your passengers have allergies. Imagine taking a long summer drive, and instead of fresh, cool air, you're stuck sweating because your AC can't keep up. Replacing a cabin air filter is cheap and easy to do, typically every 12,000 to 15,000 miles, or as recommended by your car manufacturer. Don't wait until the air smells musty or your windows fog up. Stay ahead of the game and breathe clean, fresh air every time you drive. Number 4. Using water instead of coolant. It might seem like a harmless quick fix if your coolant level is low, so you top it off with water and call it a day. But this common mistake can silently cause long-term damage to your engine. Unlike coolant, which is specially formulated to protect your engine, plain water lacks critical additives like rust inhibitors, anti-corrosion agents, and lubricants. Over time, using just water in the cooling system allows internal components like the radiator, water pump, and hoses to corrode and degrade. This can result in leaks, clogged coolant passages, and in extreme cases, complete failure of the cooling system. In cold climates, using only water is even more dangerous. Water freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 0 degrees Celsius, and when it freezes inside the engine block or radiator, it can cause them to crack, leading to costly repairs. Even in warm weather, water doesn't have the same heat-absorbing capacity as coolant, making your engine more prone to overheating. If you continue to overheat, you risk blowing a head gasket or warping the cylinder head. The correct coolant to water ratio, typically 50-50 or as recommended by your car's manufacturer, ensures that the engine stays at an optimal temperature while preventing corrosion and freezing. If you're ever in an emergency and need to use water, be sure to flush the system and replace it with the right coolant as soon as possible. Number 5. Overlooking transmission fluid levels. Transmission fluid is vital for keeping the transmission system lubricated, reducing friction, and preventing overheating. Over time, the fluid breaks down due to heat and constant use, losing its effectiveness. If you don't check or replace it regularly, the worn-out fluid can no longer properly protect the internal gears, clutches, and bearings, leading to grinding, slippage, or difficulty shifting gears. Worse, low fluid levels can cause overheating, which can damage the transmission entirely. Some modern cars have sealed or lifetime transmissions, but that doesn't mean you can forget about the fluid altogether. Over time, contaminants can still build up and reduce performance. Ignoring early signs like delayed shifting, unusual noises, or a burning smell can turn a minor issue into a major repair, potentially costing thousands of dollars to rebuild or replace the transmission. To avoid this, regularly check the transmission fluid level according to your car's manual. Look for signs of dirty or burnt fluid, which usually appears dark and smells foul compared to clean, bright red fluid. If you drive under heavy conditions like towing or stop-and-go traffic, you might need to replace the fluid more frequently. Number 6. Neglecting tire rotation and alignment. Over time, your tires wear unevenly due to differences in weight distribution, driving habits, and road conditions. Without regular tire rotation, the front tires will wear out much faster than the rear ones. This not only reduces the lifespan of your tires, but also compromises traction, leading to poor handling and a higher risk of blowouts, especially at high speeds. Ignoring wheel alignment is just as dangerous. Hitting a curb or driving over potholes can knock your wheels out of alignment, causing the tires to wear unevenly or develop a feathered pattern. You might notice the car pulling to one side or experience steering issues. If left unchecked, poor alignment can damage your suspension system, lead to increased fuel consumption, and force you to replace tires more often. The fix is simple. Rotate your tires every 5,000 to 7,500 miles, or whenever you get an oil change, to ensure even wear. At the same time, get your wheel alignment checked annually or after any hard impact with road hazard. Staying on top of tire maintenance doesn't just save you from buying new tires prematurely, it improves handling, fuel efficiency. Number 7. Washing the engine with high-pressure water. Modern engines are packed with sensitive electrical components, including sensors, connectors, and control modules. When you spray high-pressure water directly into the engine bay, you risk forcing water into places it shouldn't be, like electrical connectors and fuse boxes. This can cause electrical shorts, sensor malfunction, and even damage the car's computer system. Moisture can also build up in areas that are hard to dry, leading to corrosion over time. You might not notice the problem immediately, but one day your car could refuse to start, throw error codes, or experience stalling issues, all because of a seemingly innocent engine wash. Furthermore, water can seep into spark plug wells, causing misfires and poor performance. Instead, clean your engine the right way. Use a gentle degreaser and a microfiber cloth to wipe down components carefully. If you need to rinse, use a light mist setting and avoid directly spraying sensitive areas. Cover exposed electrical parts with plastic bags before cleaning, and always let the engine dry thoroughly before starting the car. Number 8. Failing to clean the mass airflow sensor. Over time, dirt, dust, and oil residue from the air intake system can coat the sensor, making it less accurate. The result? The computer receives incorrect data and could send either too much or too little fuel to the engine, leading to symptoms like poor fuel efficiency, rough idling, engine hesitation, or even stalling. Many car owners overlook the MAF sensor because it's hidden in the air intake system, but leaving it dirty for too long can cause long-term damage. A clogged sensor puts extra stress on the fuel system and can cause the catalytic converter to overheat and fail prematurely, an expensive repair no one wants. Worse, if ignored long enough, you may face constant misfires or even engine failure. Fortunately, cleaning the MAF sensor is easy and can be done every 15,000 to 20,000 miles, or whenever you notice performance issues. Just disconnect the sensor, spray it with a dedicated MAF cleaner, never use regular cleaners, and let it dry before reinstalling it. A clean MAF sensor ensures smoother acceleration, better fuel economy, and a longer-lasting engine. Number 9. Overlooking differential fluid maintenance. The differential is what allows your wheels to spin at different speeds when turning, making it essential for smooth handling and overall vehicle performance. Like any other part with moving gears, it relies on lubricating fluid to reduce friction and wear. Over time, differential fluid can break down, become contaminated, and lose its ability to properly lubricate the gears. If you overlook differential fluid changes, you risk increased friction, overheating, and excessive wear on the gears, bearings, and seals. You might notice whining or clunking noises from the rear or under the car, often a sign that the gears are wearing out due to insufficient lubrication. Ignoring these signs can lead to differential failure, leaving you with a repair bill that could easily run into the thousands. To avoid this, check your vehicle's maintenance schedule, which typically recommends changing the differential fluid every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, depending on your driving conditions. If you frequently tow heavy loads or drive in extreme conditions, you may need to change it more often. Replacing the fluid on time helps protect the gears, improves overall driving performance. Number 10. Using old or incorrect spark plug types. Using the wrong type of spark plug or failing to replace worn-out ones can lead to serious engine issues. Each engine is designed to work with a specific type of spark plug, whether it's copper, platinum, or iridium, based on factors like heat range, size, and resistance. If you install the wrong spark plugs, they might not ignite the fuel properly, causing misfires, rough idling, and poor fuel economy. Old spark plugs are equally problematic. Over time, their electrodes wear down, making it harder to produce a strong spark. This can cause slow acceleration, engine knocking, or difficulty starting the car. Even worse, failing spark plugs can put extra strain on the ignition coils, leading to coil failure, an expensive repair that could have been avoided with proper maintenance. To prevent these issues, always replace your spark plugs according to the manufacturer's recommendations, typically between 30,000 and 100,000 miles, depending on the type. Make sure to use the exact plug type specified in your car's manual. Don't be tempted to swap them out for cheaper options. Cutting corners here can cost you in the long run. Fresh, properly installed spark plugs ensure smoother performance, better fuel efficiency, and longer-lasting ignition components. That's all for today. If you found this video helpful, then do not forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends.